We are so excited to step into Sacred Heart Academy, which is an Ursuline campus. They are celebrating 145 years. I'm with Principal Kelly Lanza, Marcia Franklin, a teacher in visual arts, and Marie Griffin, a teacher in Spanish. Kelly, wow, 145 years. And for people that may not be familiar, what is an Ursuline education? What does that even mean?
Well, you know, we're rooted in our core values, which are community, reverence, service, and leadership. And it really just drives everything that we do. And it's really well infused into our whole curriculum. We don't separate it out just for theology class. It's in part of everything we do and everything that we talk about every day. And it's a really great way to develop a young woman to be prepared for the future.
That's what I love. There's such an emphasis on educating the whole young woman. You know, we always hear about you in athletics, right? But
yes,
still student first, academic first, and these core values really feed into that.
The way we approach education through the International Baccalaureate program, it sounds very scary, but really what it is just the way that we approach our classroom. Everybody on our campus knows our students, and we are all invested in the development of our young people. And we start from the second that the students walk through the door. They are leaders. We care about them socially and emotionally. We care about their physical well-being, and the academics is just an added bonus of preparing them to take on their future.
Talk a little bit about IB teaching versus traditional learning.
Yeah, we take a world view of the education, and we encourage our students to go deeper and to explore and get excited about the things that they're excited about. We do a really great job of infusing different parts of curriculum into different areas. It's really educating the whole child versus compartmentalizing our subjects.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because I want to bring in Marcia and Marie here, just because you're not just focused on one class, right? You're in visual arts, you're in Spanish. You are working in all aspects of developing that young woman. Talk about what you do with sophomores.
Absolutely. And with sophomores, I'm also teaching a curriculum for sophomore seminar, which is designed to help support what students already have on their plate. So we've set aside time to help students learn those soft skills of communication, of helping them step into the depths that are just a little bit out of reach, so we can give them that support to take those risks and also learn how to take their education outside of the classroom with a personal project that is also supporting the IB education.
You know, it's one thing to learn from the book and listen to the teacher, right? And there's so much emphasis here on these real life scenarios and what the real world is like, which I'm sure parents out there are going, oh, thank goodness. You know, we want to learn real life too.
Part of our IB education is having that common language to be able to talk through all different types of classes. Specifically for world language classes, like the different perspectives, we look at what is international mindedness. How can we communicate with people? How can we not just look at our specific individual neighborhood and community, but how can we see that from various perspectives? All of those together help to make up a personalized education for each student.
You know, when people say, what is the difference with Sacred Heart? You know, how am I going to excel there?
Every single student in this school is a leader, and we're working over 4 years to help them develop and shine as leaders, and in order to change the world. And it's an exciting thing to watch unfold. It's an exciting thing to see in our athletic fields, on the court, in the classrooms, and just everyday experiences.
So what better way to get to know a little bit more about Sacred Heart Academy than to meet the students?
I think that my shadow experience really sold me, so being able to be in the classroom and see the relationships with the teachers at Sacred Heart are one of my favorite parts about this school, and being able to see that in the classroom they prioritize me as a student but also as a person. I truly saw myself as a student here.
As soon as I came, visited the school, went to open house, I kind of looked at the atmosphere and I realized this is the place to be. So it was just like one big family. Like as soon as you walked in, everyone's so welcoming and it's so warm, and it just feels so right.
Seeing that Sacred Heart offered a multitude of leadership opportunities, that really set it for me. You know, as a freshman, they jump you right into what can you do to help our school, and that was just amazing to me. I had never seen anything like it.
I'm gonna say the thing that drew me was probably the leadership of women. Most of our staff are women, and they've taught us that we can be leaders in any shape or form or any setting that we are. I did go to open house, and It's funny, my mom actually cried hearing the girls talk about how dedicated they were to their school and how much passion they had about it.
To find out about Open House, Shadow, or so much more here at Sacred Heart Academy, go to shslu.org.